Hey guys, are you freaking out about slow eBay sales? Have your sales dipped? Are you worried? Do you want to figure out what to do about it? Well, make sure you stick around and check out this video. My name is Brian, and I am a six-figure reseller on eBay. And today I want to show you, I want to talk about the reasons you might be experiencing slow sales on eBay, and then what are some things we can do to correct that. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. First of all, I'm showing you my sales report on eBay. As you can see, this red, that is concerning. Month over month, I'm down about 2.4%. My number of items sold is down 7%. And over the past week or so, it's probably even worse than that. So you do need to be aware of this and keep tabs of this. But don't worry, there is hope. There are some things that we can do about this. But before we get into how to fix it, let's talk about what are some possible reasons for the slowdown. I think you need to realize, number one, that last year was probably a record-breaking year for resellers. We had a lot of stimulus money put into the economy. That's free money, and you give people free money, well, they're going to spend it. We're probably not going to have that, or at least at this point, we don't have any extra money. Also tied into the lack of extra money is the fact of, you have to be aware we're in January, right? We just finished the Christmas season. A lot of people charged up their credit cards for Christmas buying gifts. And it's just kind of natural that January, people aren't going to spend as much, that they want to pay down those credit card balances. So just be aware of the seasonality, and just that should bring a little bit of peace of mind knowing that, this is kind of normal to a degree. We also have problems with inflation in the economy. The prices of things are going up. If things cost more at the grocery store, if it costs more to buy a new car, housing prices have all risen. So as things cost more, well, that's just going to leave less money to spend. So that's another reason. And not to mention another issue for us resellers is the shipping increases that keep coming from USPS. That obviously is making things more expensive and probably leaving less profit for us resellers. But like I said, there is hope. Number one, I would say, well, I don't know if this is number one, but on a macro level, keep in mind the big picture, right? Don't just focus month over month. Here is my sales report for the past year, the past 365 days. And in this, you can see I'm up 167%. So even though I'm down 2 to 3% month over month, over the past year, I'm up 167%. And we do need to keep the big picture in mind and not freak out so much about the little things, right? So let's talk about some things, some solutions that we can do. Number one, like I kind of mentioned previously, be aware of the seasonality, right? Not every month can be your best month. Keep that big picture in mind. That will ease your mindset if you realize that it's a marathon and it's not a sprint. Number two, make sure the items you're selling are quality items, right? I've been guilty of this. Sometimes I will pick up items that are cheap, like, oh man, that's a good deal. I only paid 50 cents, only paid $1. But here's the problem. If I'm paying 50 cents for a piece of junk with a low sell-through rate that there is no demand for, that thing is not going to sell, or it's going to take forever to sell. So be aware of the sell-through rates. And I want to, like for example, right here, when you go on your sales report, eBay gives you a lot of good data. And I was looking at this, and I'm going to be making some changes in my business model. When I look at the categories that are working for me or are not working for me, eBay gives this to us. As you can see, jeans. My jean sales are up 20% in men's jeans. They're up 10% in women's jeans. Well, those green arrows would say I need to niche down further into jeans, especially men's jeans. Button-down shirts are way down. But here's another category I really want to focus on. As I can see, my shoe sales, especially athletic shoes, are up 339%. being aware of the sales trends and what's working for you, what's not working for you is important. As a new reseller, when you're first starting, you're probably going to be an everything seller, and that's where you buy and experiment with different things. It could be VCRs, it could be hard goods, it could be clothing, literally everything. Like going to a garage sale and seeing what you can get for cheap and selling for a profit. Figure out what's profitable in your area. What do you like to sell? How long does it take to ship? How does it affect your storage system? Do you have the inventory system built to be able to focus on those categories? And then over time, as you figure that out, begin to niche down like I was just talking about, and then really put gasoline on that fire on those categories that are working well for you. Focus on the sell-through rate and then niche down on what is working. The number 3 tip I have for you, I mean, this is kind of common sense, but go lean, cut expenses. Look at your situation. If sales are less, then you need to cut your expenses. You know, do you have employees that you really don't need? Are you paying for storage that you could do without? Do you have subscriptions? You know, it could be list perfectly. With reselling, there's a lot of different subscriptions and a lot of expenses that can eat away at your profit. So really, you know, look at those, look at your accounting, look at your bookkeeping, see where that money is going out, and really ask yourself, is this expense generating more money for me? More sales? If it is, you want to keep it. If it's not, if you could do without it, then cut it out and reduce those expenses, and that will leave more money net in your pocket. Number 4, be aware of trends. There are trends that come and go in our society. As we think about the past year or two, we've had massive change. Think about it. A lot of people left their previous jobs working at home. A lot of people, the no work movement, they just kind of left work, you know? And how does that affect what you're selling? If you were selling suits and business wear last year, over the past year, your sales are probably way down because there are way fewer people going into the office. More people are working at home, working via Zoom, working remotely. There's been an increase in athleisure. So be aware of those trends, keep up with them, and make adjustments in your business model as you need to. Number 5, join a mastermind group. You really need a support group. Being a reseller can be really lonely, and it could be all by yourself. Surround yourself with a mastermind, a group of people. I'm a member of Tech and Sports and Daily Refinement's mastermind group, and that is an amazing group. By the way, you can join through Daily Refinement. And we have knowledge, we have calls, we have groups. I lead the book club call where we read self-improvement business books, and we talk about how that relates to us as resellers and in life in general. Find yourself a mastermind group, or at least a group of people. Find some resellers. And here's the thing, you know, they're saying you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Be careful. There's a lot of toxicity and a lot of these reselling groups out there. A lot of people just want to complain, and I guess there's comfort. Misery loves company, right? That old saying. But be careful. Don't get caught up in that. Instead, find positive people that can help you with knowledge, that can help you with mindset, that can guide you, because that's what we need. We need to find solutions. We don't need to wallow in misery. Number 6 is fix old listings, right? I have listings going back basically a full year. If I sort my active listings oldest to newest, I have listings that haven't sold for over a year. So every day I go from the oldest and I'm picking X amount. Maybe it's 10 per day. Maybe it's 20 per day. And I'm ending those, and then I'm selling similar, but I'm not just end and sell similar like some people do. Go in there and look at that listing with a fine-tooth comb, right? Analyze your title, your specifics, your pictures. Make sure there's no errors. If it hasn't sold in a year, there's something wrong with that listing. It's either you've made mistakes, it's a poor listing, and or your pricing is wrong. So make that part of your habit. Go back and fix those old listings. The next reasons kind of apply to the one I just said, fix those old listings. Well, to fix them, you have to kind of know what you're looking for. And the good thing is that eBay provides us this information in the eBay quality listing report under the sales tab. You can download it. You can see how you rank in your categories. And eBay actually rates you against the top 10% of resellers. And it also shows you the bottom 10%. Matter of fact, I made a video on the quality listing report. You can find that on my channel. So let's kind of break down some of those things that you should be looking for. Number 7, make sure when you're creating listings, whether it's fixing old ones or creating new ones, that you have a good title, right? eBay, they talked about this in the last eBay Open. As the title is basically how one of the two ways that people can search for your item. You have your item specifics, your left-hand navigation, and then you have your title. So those, you want to maximize as many keywords as you can. eBay actually rates the number of keywords you use in your title, and that's in the eBay quality listing report. But beyond the number of keywords, the structure of that title is very important. The more closely your title matches what people are searching for, the more likely it is to show up in their search results. And what eBay recommends is, I'm focusing on clothing and shoes because that's what I sell. It could be a little different for hard goods, but you want the brand, right? People are searching for brand, what it is, gender, size, and then all the other keywords that are relevant. For example, brand, Levi's. What is it? 501 jeans. Levi's 501 jeans. Gender, men's, size 40 by 32. Now all your other relevant keywords would come in. Classic fit, the wash, light wash, boot cut, tapered leg, the material, cotton, is it a shirt made with linen? Any specific keywords, like if it's Wrangler jeans, maybe you put cowboy, rodeo, western. Those keywords that people might search for, you'll want to stuff all those in at the end. And that format, that title format, will definitely help, and you'll show up higher in search results, and people can't buy your items if they can't find it. Number 8, the 8th tip is make sure the number of pictures you have and the quality of those pictures is good. eBay allows you to have up to 12 pictures. Make sure those are clean pictures that show the true color of the item, show it from all of its angles, and try to get 12 or as close to 12 as you can. That's reasonable. That'll help you in the search algorithm. Number 9, are you using promoted listings, right? Do you have a strategy for that? What I currently do, because that's also in the quality listing report, I promote items if they haven't sold within 1 month. So that's part of my morning habit routine. I look at items that are 1 month or older that haven't sold, and then I promote those. And then you got to figure out the percentage, your budget, what you want to promote at, and then promote that, because those promoted listings, eBay is going to promote your listings. You're going to show up higher in search results. And it's kind of like, if you think about search results, right? It's kind of like going to the grocery store. Tech and Sports uses this analogy. If I'm going to get milk and eggs, right? That is kind of organic. Like I'm walking to the back of the grocery store. That would be like somebody searching for your item. They're looking for something specific. I grab those. When I go to checkout, you have those shelves at the checkout area with your candy, your lighters, all the things that aren't really necessary. Those are like afterthoughts. That is like your promoted listings, right? Oh, by the way, while you're here, check this out. Maybe you want this. And that's kind of what eBay's promoted listings are. It's going to show up in extra results, and people might just click on it. They might just buy it. So are you using promoted listings? Number 10, and I do have a couple of bonus. I have a couple of bonus, so I have number 10, and I got 2 more bonus ones I want to share with you. Are you using a markdown sale? This is also something they grade you on in the quality listing report. Well, if your item is marked down on sale, eBay gives preference to that in the algorithm. And then common sense wise, if your price is lower, it's probably going to show up higher also, because some people search low to high and price is a big factor. So how are you pricing your items? Are you, if sales are really slow, well, run a bigger markdown sale. I mean, if you need money coming in, like, I have about 6,000 items in my store and sales are slow, I'm not just going to sit here and complaining about it. Well, there are things I can do. I can reduce the price. So use these tools, and the markdown sale is a good one that eBay gives to you. Number 11, so this is a bonus, is what is your return policy, right? I charge shipping, but I offer free returns. By offering free returns, that's going to boost my item in the search algorithm. People are going to feel more confident. Well, if there's a problem with this, I can return it for free. Some people freak out about that, but those free returns will ultimately increase your sales. And if you offer free returns, if they return it for a bogus reason, what I call a false INET, item not as described, some people just do that. I then report the buyer. I deduct the shipping on that return. You can even deduct it up to 50% of the value. Let's say you sent a new item, they opened it, they said they had a false INET. You could then give them a partial refund. Also, if you offer free returns and you're a top rated seller, you're then going to get a 10% credit on your final value fees. And so that's obviously probably going to offset the returns right there, and you're going to sell more items. So free returns, guys, is the way to go. And my last bonus point is, as this picture kind of shows the hope, keep in mind the big picture, right? I want to go back to that point, the big picture. We're not powerless. There's things we can do. We need to be aware of the situations. We need to take steps to fix it, and realize it's not going to be January every month. For clothing sales, the spring is usually the best month. People will get back to spending, confidence will pick up, and hopefully your sales will pick up. So if this content's been valuable, smash the like button, subscribe for more eBay comment below. What is one area you're struggling with, or what's one technique that you're using to improve your sales? And we'll see you on the next video, guys.